So this is the Fido T1 Cargo electric bike, and it's one of the best bikes out right now for under $2,000. I think right now, because it's on sale, it's right around $1,600. So for that price point, this bike does excellent at the three main things for me when it comes to electric bikes: comfort, speed, and battery life. Now, the best thing about this bike is that it is a cargo bike, so it does come with a basket by default, so you can use this to put some groceries in, any other things that you choose. And it's kind of cool that the basket does stay centered when you are turning the wheels, so it's actually mounted to the frame of the bike after you get done assembling this bike. So yeah, it's great to have this basket by default. And also, this bike does come with a really cool, nice looking wood rear rack that is very stylish. It does add some flavor to this bike, which only comes in one single green color. But it's also great to have this rear rack look good when you're not using it, because I honestly don't use a rear rack that often, so I actually like this little additional stylish look to it. But yeah, this bike did get a lot of compliments when I was riding it around. But let's finish taking a look around this bike. So on the front basket, you do get a pretty big headlight that does have two different levels of brightness. So on the handlebars on the left-hand side, you will find a switch to be able to change between those. So I like the big headlight. It does pretty good at nighttime. And you do get a tail light that you do install yourself, but it is wired to the bike, so you will be able to have it run off of the battery, so you don't have to worry about taking it off and charging it. Now, this also is a step-through design, so you can step right through and go ahead and sit on this bike. And also down on the center tube, you will find two places where you can mount things like water bottles. But yeah, this step-through design just makes it very easy to get on and off. And this is a bike that's great for people of all sizes. I think they have it rated for people as short as 5 feet tall, and then I think it goes up to around 6.5 feet tall that this bike is going to be perfect for us. But yeah, having this type of design makes this bike really appeal to a lot of people. Now, pretty much all of the cables are buttoned up and very neatly organized. Now, this bike is comfortable to ride, and that's because it does have 2 points for suspension. So on the front, you will find a front suspension fork, and this will do a great job at dampening a lot of those bumps and things first, because it is located on the front of the bike, and you can lock it and unlock it depending on what type of terrain you're on. But yeah, that suspension fork does a great job. But then the second point of suspension is going to be the actual seat. So this seat does have a suspension post, so that means the pole underneath the seat does actually move up and down depending on the terrain that you're on. And then also you do have some springs underneath the main seat itself. And the seat by itself is also super comfortable too. It's soft. It does have some cushion to it. It's not a super hard seat like you find sometimes on electric bikes. But yeah, generally when I was riding this bike on or off road, the ride was pretty smooth. And something else that comes standard on this bike are front and rear fenders. And again, at this price range, you don't really see fenders and baskets all the time. So I really like the fact that these are already included. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, and something else with the design I really like is how you take the battery in and out. So the seat has a little latch that you can go ahead and activate, and now you can rotate the seat up. And next to the battery, you do have a place where you put the key in, and you do need to have the key in when you are riding this bike, so you should know that as well. But you rotate that, and now that will unlock the battery, and now you can use the handle on the battery to pull it out. And so yeah, this is the second bike that I've used that has this type of battery design, and I really do like it. It's very easy to get in and out. You don't have to be super strong or worry about chipping the paint on the bike or anything. So yeah, I'm really liking that type of design. Now, one little small tiny complaint about the battery is that you do have a bunch of stickers on the left side of it, and that kind of takes away from the really nice looking style of this bike. So yeah, if they can kind of condense that down in the future, or just get those stickers off of there and put them on the bottom or the back or something, that would be nice. Now, this is a very beefy battery, especially for this price range, and the company does claim that you can get up to 90 miles off of one single charge. Now, that is of course going to be using pedal assist, which this bike does have 3 levels of pedal assist, and then also it does depend on your weight and terrain. And so oftentimes you're not going to be able to always reach that, but I did find that this bike had excellent range from when I took it out, and I had plenty of battery when I needed to come back in. And so I think this is one of the best performing bikes at this price range when it comes to range. And I think for most people, when you go out, you're not going to have any type of range anxiety. Now, back up on the handlebars, you will find some very comfortable hand grips that do have palm rests, so they're very nice to hold. And also you will find this electronic horn that does get pretty loud. And then you will find the worst thing on this bike, and that is the display, which is pretty much unusable in direct sunlight. And even when you aren't in direct sunlight, it's definitely very hard to see, especially if you are using sunglasses. So this screen definitely needs an upgrade for the next version. But one nice thing about the display is that it does have a USB Type-A port right underneath, so you can charge your phone. Now, on the right side of the handlebars, you will find the controls for the 7-speed derailleur that this bike does come with, which is really good, especially being able to go up and down those gears, depending on if you're going up hills or just riding on flat land. I'm just going to test out going up this hill. I don't know the exact grade of it, but you can see it's a decent little hill just using the throttle only. All right, so I'm not starting from a complete dead stop, but I wasn't going like full speed either. And you can see that we're churning up this hill right now. No problem at all. And this is not like a little hill. I mean, that was a little decent little hill there, but yeah, the motor just has enough power just to really get you up there. The brakes are squeaking a little bit, but that doesn't happen all the time. Now, this bike does have 20x4-inch fat tires, and they're not super fat, but they're definitely fat enough to be able to allow this bike to go on and off terrains really easily. And I also like the fact that these wheels do not have any spokes in them. So as far as like maintenance in the future, you don't have to worry about messing around with the spokes. They just basically have a solid frame design in the wheels, and they also look really good. But now on to my favorite part about this bike, and that is the power that it has. So it has a 750-watt motor in the back, but this thing can go, and actually for me performs better than some of the 1,000-watt motors that I've used. So with this bike, I have been able to get up to 30 miles per hour on it, and that's just using the throttle only. So that's really impressive. That means you can get up to a very high rate of speed and be able to keep up with traffic. And also the acceleration from a standstill with just using the throttle is really solid as well. But if you are trying to extend your battery as long as possible, you do want to use the 3 levels of pedal assist that this bike does have, and you can rotate between those levels using a button on the display. But yeah, the pedal assist performs really good. I find that at 3, you're definitely going to get a kick when you do start pedaling, so just be aware of that. But if you do want to have a little bit more of a more measured kind of takeoff from a standstill, pedal assist level 2 is perfect for that. And so to really sum up how I feel about this bike is that it's one of my better all-around bikes that I own right now. And yes, I do have bikes that can go faster. I have other bikes that are better for being off-road, and I have other bikes that might be better for riding in the city. But this bike kind of just checks off the box on a lot of different things that I like, and especially with that power and that speed, being able to get up to 30 miles per hour pretty quickly with this thing allows me to feel that I can take this bike out pretty much any day and have a great time riding it, especially with the suspension seat and just a very comfortable ride in general. And really the only thing they have to fix is this screen, and this bike will be really close to being the perfect e-bike for people who are looking to buy their first e-bike, or you're looking for something that is a jack of all trades, especially being under $2,000. So this is the Fido T1 Cargo electric bike. I'll leave a link down below so you can check out more information about this bike, or you can pick it up for yourself. And I do want to hear from you, so leave your comment down below this video and let me know what you think about this bike. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and also give this video a like if you did like it. Hopefully you did. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.